Hi everybody and welcome back to some more Valentino Rossi the game MotoGP 16 here on this channel. Now in today's episode we are in Australia for the championship around Phillip Island, a very fast and challenging circuit. We really need to get some good points on the board today. We've only got a few more championship races left before the end and we want to become the champion before the end. So that's the plan today, to try and get a good qualifying and get a decent result. We've got 2 second places in the last 2 races. Let's see if we can push and try and get a first. So here we go. We really need to improve on that first split point. We've been slower on that section every single lap so far, and we need to do better than 18th, and we need to get around this corner a little bit better. We went a little bit wide there. Let's see if we can be faster at the second split point. We need to start pushing it. We want to get a good place in qualifying because we really want to get a win in today's episode. It's been a couple of races since we got a first place, and yes, we're fast at the second split point. We've even really improved into that section. But there is a couple of corners on here I'm still struggling on. As you go down this section, you go down to a downhill to a right-hander. A couple of times I've crashed on it. I just need to get the perfect setup so it doesn't happen and go down at the right speed. Let's see if we can do better this time. Let's get a nice turn into there. Oh no, it's happened again, and we were fast at the second split point. And yes, we're fast at the second split point, but we've got to stop crashing out. We've only got just over 5 minutes left, and we've only got our time's actually dropped down to 20th. And if we go into the race on that sort of position, we're going to really struggle and make things really tough to come back from. But let's see if we can do better this time. We've made a few adjustments to the bike. Right, slow it down, turn it in, and that's much better. We've managed to stay on the bike, but our time was slightly slower at the third split point. But I'm not going to worry about that too much. Let's see if we can just finish strong and at least get a time that's in the top 10 at least. Right, let's get a nice tight line into this corner and try and turn it. Oh God, not that tight. Stay off the curb. Really slow it down. It's so tough to get out that corner at speed onto the grass. That's going to cost us a bit of time. Right, just a race to the finish line. Let's see if we can get at least top 10 and over the line. Oh, yes, 7th. I'll take that, but we still got a little bit more time. Let's go one more lap and see if we can improve on that 7th. Otherwise, that's what we've got to take in. But I find this corner right at the top of the hill really challenging as well. You've got to try and slow it down, and then it sort of really turns. You can't see how much it turns until you get to the top of the hill. It's really difficult. You have to judge it really well and get nice and tight in. See if we can get faster time at the first split point. And no, oh God, only just that time. So that was an improvement. And we've got a bike right behind us, niggling. Our back wheel, get away. Let's see if we can get into this corner. Hopefully it doesn't knock us off. Let's see if we can get better than 7th. Get a nice turn in. Yes, that's much better. Nice and tight this time. And you get a nice drive out. And we should pull away from that bike behind us. Let's see if we can line this corner up a little bit better and get faster at the second split point. We seem to be quicker at this one. Nearly every time round, turn it in. And yes, faster at the second split point as well. Let's see if we can do that again into the third split point. We need to get a nice line down that section where it turns to the right. It's not so much the speed, it's just getting to that low angle as you go down the hill. It's really hard, and if you go down there with other riders, they do tend to knock you off as well. You've got to be really careful. You time it right, and that's not bad. But and we're slightly under the time as well. Now let's try and finish strong. I feel if we can get a good turn around this left-hander just before the finish straight, we might be able to improve on that 7th place. Right, let's get a better line. Get nice and tight to the curb. Stay off the curb. That's much better. Slow it down slightly and just open that throttle now and race to the finish line. Let's see if we can get a better time. Or this is going to be close. And oh yes, we've done it! We got pole position. Unbelievable. And it was by a decent time. That definitely deserves a victory wheelie. That is awesome. We forwarded on the time and we took pole position. That is awesome. Now I almost took the whole entire session to get the setup that worked. I think I just have to get a little bit better going down that section, getting the right speed before you go to that low angle to avoid coming off. But it's not going to be easy, but hopefully we can at least get a podium in today's race. We need to get a good start and get a bit of a gap before we go into that section 2. So let's get straight into it, guys. This should be a good one.
Greetings to all the race fans tuning in. We're joining you live from the Phillip Island circuit, which plays host to the 16th race in the Moto3 Championship. As you can tell from the live pictures we're bringing you, it's going to be fine weather for the race. Mere seconds away from the start of the race, and inside the riders' heads, the countdown begins with the Australian Grand Prix here at stunning Phillip Island.
Right, so here we go with today's race. Let's see if we can get a good start around this Phillip Island circuit. And it's all go in Australia. So let's get that head down, try and get up the hill and lead from the front. We really need to get a bit of a lead going into some of these corners. So let's see if we can get a good start. And that's not bad. Let's try and get a nice line going up the hill. And we just managed to pull away into that first right-hand corner. Let's try and hold the speed. Now this corner can be quite challenging on the first lap. We need to get a bit more heat in the tyres before we can start really pushing it, but we definitely had some pace on this circuit. Maybe not on the first section, but on some of the other sections we did, and we've managed just to pull away. Now let's see if we can get a nice speed going down the hill. Now this right-hander here, you've really got to time right, because you've got to get the bike stopped at a really low speed and get it nicely turned in before someone stuffs it up the inside. We've gone in there a little bit too fast, but we still don't have maximum grip. Maybe after a lap we will feel a bit more grip and we'll be able to go in there a little bit faster, but this has been a brilliant start so far. Let's see if we can maintain this. I really want to get a win into today's race, because we're coming towards the end of the championship and I really want to become the champion before we go up to Moto 2, which is going to be very soon. So let's see if we can get a good line through here. Now we need to go through this downhill section into the right without anyone coming up the inside of us. So looking on the map, we've managed to pull away slightly. So far this race is going all our way. Let's see if we can get a nice speed into there on the curb slightly. Or the back end was going to go there, just managed to stand it up. We don't need to go on the curb. That was a little bit too tight, but we still managed to get through there, and looks like we're going to get towards the end of the lap, still in the lead of this Grand Prix, and that's brilliant. We've got 2 more laps to go. Let's see if we can do this race without any other rider putting us under pressure. Let's see if we can win it from the front and put some good times in. We did a 140 something in qualifying. Let's see if we can improve on that as well. Let's see if we can get a nice speed up the hill. Now we might feel a little bit more grip, we might be able to go up there a little bit quicker. Let's see if we can get a tight line. Oh god, that wasn't as tight as I'd like it, but let's see if we can set ourselves up for this next corner. Slow it down, don't go too mad. You've got to try and turn it in to avoid going on the grass. Oh god, we've gone really wide there. Let's slow this down a bit and accelerates. Now we did lose a lot of speed into there. It's just like sometimes if you don't brake enough, you do tend to veer off and end up on the grass, and that has cost us a bit of time. I can see on the map that they've slightly caught up. We'll wait until we get to the next split point, but I can see the sign behind us that there is some riders quite close behind, so we're going to have to be careful we don't make any mistakes into these next couple of corners. Get a nice line through there. Oh, come on, turn it in. Oh god, really struggling to turn it in. I think I'm just overdoing it. I need to just sit steady myself. We've definitely got the pace on the circuit. I don't need to do anything that I wouldn't have done in qualifying. We need to just keep to the game plan. Don't go overdo it into the corners. Keep the speed the same. We definitely can do this. That's right. Just keep a check that they are a little bit closer, but we should be able to get into this section without any other riders catching us up, and that's how we got to do it. That was a much smoother corner there, and we're still leading the Grand Prix. We've only got 1 more lap to go, and this could be one of the races we've actually had a clear run without any trouble. Let's see if we can get a nice turn into this corner, and I can see that actually I can see the marker. They've obviously just got in my slipstream. They're going to mount a challenge in this final lap. This normally happens on most of the races where they leave it until the final lap and then they start to up their level, and it's going to make it a little bit more challenging. We did a 140 in that lap, but it still wasn't nowhere near as quick as qualifying. We need to improve on that. Let's see if we can get a better line up the hill and get a better speed around this corner. Oh my god, they've gone around the outside. Where the hell did they get that speed from? Oh my god, so I've dropped down to P4. Now this could be a real problem, and I've just caught the back end of that bike there, trying to turn it in. Oh my god, on the last lap I'm going to be under pressure, and I've got loads of other riders catching up. I don't know what's going on here. They've just upped their level, and this is where it gets challenging. We've only got half the circuit to go, and I'm sitting in 4th position. Oh, I'm going to have to take some risks here. Let's see if we can get a nice line behind this bike. We've got to take this one in this corner. See if we can get a better line. Turn it in. Oh, God, can we get round there? Yes, we just managed to get up the inside of that bike, and we're back into P3. Now we need to get in their slipstream. All of a sudden, after 2 easy laps, we're under pressure, and they've upped their level. They're definitely riding a lot quicker. We were definitely quicker on these sections, so we should be able to get past them here. Let's see if we can get a nice line. All slight contact there, but we get back into second, first, and we're back in the lead. But we've got a rider right on our shoulder going into this section, and this could be tricky. See, slow it down, don't lose it. He's going to try and go up the inside. They're both trying to niggle at my back wheel and try. Oh God, he almost took me out there as he just went across, but we're still in the lead. Let's just try and hold it. This is going to be so close going into the final section, and Binder's just touched my back wheel again. I think this is going to be a real problem, because if they get in our slipstream, they're going to go straight past us on the line. This is going to be so close. Oh my God, he's in our slipstream. Is he going to go past us over the line? Oh, this is going to be so close. Who's going to win it? Oh, I think I just done it. Oh my God, what happened there? Suddenly the AI just upped their level that final lap and really pressurized me, and I only just won it. That was so close, and I had to do a 1:39 in that lap to win it, but the rider behind me actually was quite slightly quicker, so we were so lucky to win that. So there you go, guys, we get another win, and that's really good points. So we've only got 2 more races left in this championship. Oh my God, we've won the championship already. So we must have been 50 points ahead. I didn't even realise. So there you go, guys. We take the Moto3 crown in today's episode. We've become the champion. Now it's down to you to start choosing what team we're going to choose for the Moto2. So hopefully in the next 2 Moto3 races left in this championship, we will get an offer. So we're going to jump into the HQ and have a look at what teams we could possibly sign with, so you can start voting. So here we go, guys. Right, guys, this is how we're going to do. We're going to just jump into all the different teams that are available in the Moto2. Now, we haven't got an offer yet, but we've got 2 remaining races, and we haven't had an offer for a while. So I assume we will get an offer to select a Moto2 team. So we're going to do a double video for the next one with the 2 remaining races. So hopefully we will get an offer in that video. So get your votes in. These are all the potential teams. I think as we were champion, hopefully it will open most of these. But I tried to be as fair as possible with this voting. You can vote in the comments of the video. You can vote on Twitter, the Facebook page, Instagram. All the links are in the description. So I tried to be as fair as possible. So it's over to you guys to choose one of these teams. So hopefully we'll get an offer in the next episode. It'll be a double episode, but it might be a double episode of the next Moto3 race and one of the Moto2 races, depending whether we get the offer in the first one or the second one. Also, guys, we're just going to check the championship standings. Let's see who won each division. So, looking in the MotoGP, it was Marc Marquez that win, Lorenzo second, and Valentino Rossi third. Now, that's believable. Let's have a look at Moto2. Let's see who we're going to be up against. Sam Lowe, Zarco. Pretty much the top riders there, so those are the ones we're going to be competing against. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you soon, hopefully, for our new Moto2 series. So thank you so much for watching, and bye bye, guys.